sounding the way you are sounding. Do you know why?
Why?
If I'm in a place, okay, let me use Lagos for example. I'm in Lagos. I'm contributing to the economy of Lagos. I'm paying my tax in Lagos. I rent an apartment in Lagos. I'm paying my landlord. Maybe I have job. If I'm a businessman, I'm paying my landlord. And most than 80% of landlord or 70% of landlord in Lagos are Yorubas. And I strongly believe that Yorubas are benefiting from me directly. And I'm also benefiting from Yorubas directly and indirectly. Even as you wait here where they talk now, you are benefiting from me directly or indirectly. And as well, I'm benefiting from you directly or indirectly. Now, if you are trying to, fine, I know say, originally I'm not from Lagos. I respect the owners of the land. And also the owners of the land must also respect me.
Okay? You said it, you respect the owner of the land. Whereby is you yourself.
Okay?
I mean, the owners of the land.
Okay, can I say so? Can I continue with what I'm saying? Okay, let me use house for example. The place where they live. I want to say something. The place where they live, I pay my house rent. I pay my utility bills. Are you getting it? I respect my landlord being the owner of the house. At the same time, that landlord I should have some respect from that same landlord. You know why? You know what? I pay him rent. Are you getting it? I pay some other utility bills there. The landlord benefits from me. I benefit from the landlord. Though I will respect him as the owner of the house. But the landlord at the same time will as well respect me also. In as much as I'm paying him for the rent. I know the whole. I must. It's a must. So far as they pay. I must. He must give me my respect. Now,
time so that there's no much.
Okay, I'm coming. Now, not yes. He won't say because he is the landlord of the house, and now he will now begin to lord it over me. Some certain things, both the one when he get right and the one when he no get right, just because he say na he get house. In as much as I'm paying him, I have some respect that he must give to me. In as much as you're a Yoruba man. Let's forget about Lagos or no Lagos. You're a Yoruba man.
Yeah, good morning, STVs. Welcome to the program this morning, bystanders and listeners. I'm Christian Chuku. Yes, a rainy morning in the city of Lagos. Happy New Week to all our viewers right in the bus stop and also over there in Europe and also other countries of the world. Once again, good morning. We are here in the program this morning. Our committed analysts are here this morning to do justice to these headlines as we look at some of the reports that we have this morning. Let's start with Nigerian Tribune. Yes, I have the Nigerian Tribune with me, and also I have the Punch newspaper. The Nigerian Tribune says security on the alert as students insist on protest at airports. The students are taking the protest to the airport, starting with Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos State. The students are saying that they're going to start the protest at the airport. How do you look at that move by the students? NANS warns against attack on students. NANS warns against attack on students. Gbajabiamila to meet students tomorrow. Gbajabiamila to meet students tomorrow. I think this is getting the attention of the leaders of the country. We'll guide members in making choices in 2023. Catholic bishops. We will guide our members in making choices in 2023. That is coming from Catholic Bishop. Oyo Kingmakers lose member. Alakpini. Oyo Kingmakers lose member. Yes, let's look at other reports this morning. Funny, masqueraders disrupt church service. Flog pastor worshippers in Plateau. You can see how the members are running. 84% of Nigerians can't afford healthy diets. 84% of Nigerians cannot afford healthy diets. The budget office is saying that first subsidy must go to avert public debt crisis. First subsidy must go to avert public debt crisis. Oshomole responding to the Obi movement, saying that Obi failed to curb insecurity as Anambra governor. Obi failed to curb insecurity as Anambra governor. Bello appointed National Youth Coordinator of the Tinubu Shetima Campaign Council. Yaya Bello of Kogi State, the governor of Kogi State, appointed National Youth Coordinator of the Tinubu Shetima Campaign Council. 7 million Nigerians sue INEC over inability to complete the voter registration. And today is the day for Queen Elizabeth's burial. Today, 10 days today, she's going to be buried. The president is not there. He sent the vice president. He said he will be in New York to attend a meeting. But I want to ask, Biden and other top presidents are not going to be in that meeting in New York. They will be at the burial. Which is more important? Is it that meeting or the burial? Well, the vice president is in UK while the president is in the United States. Let's look at our main headline on the show today, on the program today. Federal government grants 16 trillion naira waiver to Dangote, Honeywell, and others. Tax reliefs and concessions. What are the economists saying? They say the duty waivers and tax reliefs are good for economy, but discriminatory. Economists slammed the federal government. South Africa earned $107 billion tax revenue in 2021. Nigeria, $15 billion behind Kenya, Angola. Revenue slumps as debt servicing gulps 6.16 trillion naira in 16 months, says the debt management office. There's this issue with the traffic law in Lagos State. Two young men were arrested for dragging the rifle with police officers. Now they are in the custody of the police. It has caused another round of discussions on the social media. The police PRO has said that if a police should slap you, you don't need to retaliate. If the police should slap you, you don't have to retaliate. You need to report that police. And we know that some policemen are unbecoming. And let's get your responses to that this morning. I have Mr. Matthew. Good morning, Mr. Matthew. Yeah, let's start with this last issue I just raised. Police slap you, you don't retaliate.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Matthew is the name.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at what the police spokesman is saying.
If you watch that video, there have been a policy by the police force that if a police wants to search your phone, they need a warrant. But the police did not provide any warrant, and they wanted to check the phone of the guy. So they started dragging the rifle off. He was arrested.
The truth is, I believe in obeying the standard of God. Because if you look at
gift what belongs to Caesar, what belongs to Caesar.
If that is what you are saying, you understand that the Bible says that, in fact, Jesus Christ was not saying it, that if a man wants to take away your wrist, I mean wristwatch also, let him have your coat also. And again, the Bible admonishes that if somebody smites you on this ear, turn the other one.
Does that apply to this situation?
It applies.
To the situation.
If you want to be obedient to the word of God, it applies. Let me tell you one thing. If you have humility to the point where you can return the other ear when you have been when they smite you on one ear, it is at that level you even have the power of God.
Okay.
Don't forget that for somebody that has the power of God, it only takes words of the mouth. If you need to even ask God to avenge on your behalf, that person will come begging. But it's unfortunate that it's very extremely difficult for people to conform to the standard of the word of God.
For those that are not,
so for me, I'm not looking at
those that are not Christians, are Muslims.
Okay, if you are looking at that's the area I'm going. That's the area I'm going.
Okay.
Because even the law is supposed to be what guide everybody. So that is why, as individual, it's good we should educate ourselves about the provisions of the law. What does the law expect you to do at a material time? What is your right at a particular time? And what behoves on you to do at a particular time? And the spokesperson for the police have said that it is entrenched in the constitution that if you are slapped by a policeman, there is a crime
Yeah,
to return the slap.
because it's
That
looking at
what you ought to do is to report to the appropriate authorities where proper action and sanction will be, after investigation, will be meted to the errant police officer. But the truth is, as a person, by the grace of God, I will abide by the word of God, because the Bible says the law is good. It said, but the law is meant for lawbreakers.
okay.
A child of God is not the one that should break the law. But again, I will categorically tell you that there are instances, if the constitution is at variance with the word of God, you can decide to disobey that constitution and face the consequence in the hand of man. It's the right thing to do.
Okay.
I will tell you that in the case of Chigozie, allow me. I will tell you that in the case of Peter, yes, they cautioned him according to the rules in Israel then, that there is a law, there is a directive from the government that nobody should be preaching in the name of Jesus Christ. And Peter told them that what his ears have heard and his eyes have seen, that he cannot stop saying it. So he was ready for the consequence. Because even the Bible acknowledges that your life can be taken away while trying to obey God. And that when you lose your life in that manner, you have it.
Yeah, the other side to it. Many people see it as they need to really send a message to these police officers, because most of them are already.
No, if you look at it from the angle of behavior of Nigerian security agencies, you understand that most of them are not in their right sense. They need to check their mental status. Because we have so many issues, so many instances where you see police brutality, you see police brutalizing civilians without provocation. But this one is, we can understand that there was a heated argument that resulted from perhaps the police wanted to have access to the person's phone. But again, I think the police highest authority have said that police personnel have no right to invade your phone. It's a personal device. And more so, if you look at what is happening currently, I watched a video recently where a young boy was apprehended by some youths and eventually handed over to police, where it was alleged that this boy made confessional statement in that video, that if he handles your phone, he can reset your bank app and make transaction with it. So in the face of all this reality, who knows the intention of the police personnel or the knowledge they have gotten about technology? So I think the police personnel should abide by the directive of the police authority that says that they don't have right to invade people's phones.
Okay, the students are taking the protest to the airports. Some school of thought are saying that it is it's not the right thing to do at this point in time, because the students will be affected. Police might shoot there might be casualties.
I think the students should be circumspect in going about it. I share their concern. I quite agree that Nigerian government have not done the needful. I'm surprised to see Benjamin Abela inviting them, because for me, I think Benjamin Abela would have done the right thing by advising government to do the needful, and to do the needful is to get the necessary fund and fund the educational sector. So for me, we still fall back to the constitution, because the constitution recognizes peaceful protests, and the police should realize that they are duty bound to protect protesters as long as they are going about peacefully. But again, we have ugly trend in Nigeria that when they see that your protest is gaining success, the government itself will tend to sponsor violence, to give police an excuse to use violence to stop it. So that is the worrisome aspect of it. That is why the students should be careful the way they go about it. But I think what we are missing here is NSC, TUC, Pengasen. They are the ones that needed to come to the aid of ASU. They are the ones that needed to show solidarity and synergize with ASU, so that federal government will see need to do the needful. Because the federal government seems to have developed thick skin. Even if ASU goes on a sustaining strike throughout the lifespan of this government is unlikely going to do anything. But if NSC, TUC, Pengasen shut down the economy, in the next 2 days, federal government will resolve this issue. But I advise the students to be circumspect in the way they go about it, because life is sacrosanct. Nobody have what it takes to create life, except the mercy of God comes on anyone to raise the dead.
Okay, let's look at other reports this morning. Let's go over to the 7 million Nigerians sue INEC over inability to complete voter registration. I think it might be too late at this point in time.
The thing is, it might be too late, but it's neither here nor there. Because you look at it, as eligible voters, there is no reason they should be disenfranchised. And if they are not registered, it means they are not eligible to vote, they have been disenfranchised. And again, the window of registration lasted for months, years. And some persons did not avail themselves of the privilege or the opportunity to get registered. Only waited for when the electron pyre started putting timeline on when to terminate it. So the way it stands, I don't see the court ruling that they should. Let me not preempt the court anyway, because it will prejudice. It's already a case in court. What I'm trying to say is, the way it stands, it's neither here nor there. Because even if the case goes like this or the other way, there may not be enough time for INEC to actually get people registered.
Imagine 7 million
process
Nigerians.
The PVC and get it back to the people. Well, according to INEC, after registration, it takes some other process. You have to clean the register. You have to publish the names of people who registered for claims and objection. After that, before you now go and produce the PVC. So I don't think the time will be enough to go and do registration and produce the PVC. Even the court rules that the INEC should continue the continuous registration exercise.
Okay, our main headline this morning: federal government grants 16 trillion naira waiver to Dangote Honeywell and others. Experts are saying that the tax reliefs are good for economy, but discriminatory.
If they are getting that level of tax relief, and Honeywell we know is into food production, so how come their product, the price is not coming down? Because look at the areas of the tax waiver. It has to do with company income tax and value added tax. So why is it that their product is not? We are not seeing reduction in the price of their product. So for me, I think maybe I don't know how the government is doing it, but that amount is much.
Okay.
At the same time, the government is borrowing money to finance the budget. At the same time, we are looking for money to solve the issue of ASU. Though that money is not just, it started since 2019. It was in 2019 and 2021 or so. But however I look at it, for me, I think that money is much, and I think we are not getting value for whatever tax relief that those companies are enjoying. Because I think it's supposed to reflect in their products in Nigerian market. We are supposed to see price reduction. So for me, I don't know whatever sharp practices is going on there. I think since price of food being produced in Nigeria is at the highest, is skyrocketing. Maybe government should allow them pay the tax, and the tax they pay should be used for other things. If such money is available to government currently, I don't think ASU problem will be a challenge. So for me, I think they should pay those taxes.
Okay, how can we raise money now? Subsidy is going. We cannot continue with subsidy. That's what the budget office is saying.
If you are saying subsidy is going, I share the opinion that you cannot sustain subsidy. And again, most importantly, you only subsidize what you produce. We are not producing refined products. So in the first place, it is not tenable that we should be subsidizing petroleum products. But the truth is, if you look at Nigerian economy currently, you need to do certain things before you remove subsidy. One, refine what we consume. If you refine what we consume, then take away subsidy. Because if you look at Dangote refinery, I think that will be the saving grace. Dangote refinery has a stock capacity of 650,000 barrels per day.
The link.
So if Dangote refinery comes on board, I think with average, if you refine one one barrel, we are getting about 159 point something refined products. And with that figure, I think Dangote refinery will be refining about 1,000 and something million liters of PMS a day. So I think with that, Nigeria will not have to import refined products, especially PMS, if Dangote refinery comes aboard. Most especially as Nigerian government have forced Dangote refinery to acquire 20% equity. And the Nigerian government through NNPC have equally gotten a right of fair refusal from NNPC to be supplying that refinery 300,000 barrels of crude on daily basis.
Okay.
So I think I agree that we are not supposed to be subsidizing, but there are certain things you need to address before you stop subsidizing. Otherwise, you crash the economy.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Let's look at whether we have updates of the students going to the airport to continue their protests. Let's see if we have updates of our students going to the airports. Yes, I think they are closer. They are closer to the airports this morning. Let's confirm if they are at the airports this morning. Click on the link, Mr. Sunday, so that you can be part of the program. Click on the link, Mr. Sunday. Click on the link so that you can be part of the program. Mr. Chigozie, Mazi Chigozie. Good morning, Mazi Chigozie.
Good morning, Christian. Good morning.
Okay, we are looking at the state of the nation this morning. Let's start with the students. They are insisting on protests at the airports.
Yeah, we do. We started it online, and we have to end it online. Yes, I received 5K. I don't know if from Livinati. I do appreciate him for that. And having said that, it's a protest cannot in any way solve the problem of this country. It's just resulting to, of course, to distractions. What are you protesting for crying loud? Why are the students on the streets? That is the fundamental. Why are they protesting? Is the reason or basis of their protest justifiable? That is fundamental. Then that will, of course, make you appreciate the level of devastation, the level of wickedness and cruelty and perversion in the system called Nigeria. If what the students are protesting are their legitimate rights, are within the ambit of the law, is what they deserve, is what any responsible, reputable, and of course, right-thinking system or society will always imbibe, then you can now appreciate the nature of this country. That is fundamental. It doesn't just end at protests. Any responsible government will not wait until her own children troop out to the street before they know what to do. That is madness. That is useless. Such father must be a useless father. You just imagine, you have families and you are drinking to stupor in this school fees, tuition. You have tuition fee to pay, and you are using the money you should use for your own children. I don't mean drinking is not bad, but you can't do that at the expense of the future of your children. You're living wasteful life. That is just what Nigeria represents. And you allow your children to be expelled from class. It is a different thing if you weren't able to meet up based on the scarce resources.
Seems the government is saying the same thing.
But if that you have billions of dollars expended on frivolities, and your own people, your own students are out of school, not just out of school, for a very lengthy time. They have lost more than 1 year. of academic life. Just within this last style they embark on. I'm not talking about the last 7 years. There have been the current strike actions. And this thing are not science rockets. I mean rocket science. And some people will want to justify, will tell you there is no money in this country. If there's no money, the brother should stop taking his allowances. The Senate, National Assembly, and the House of Rep should at least give up their 6 months salary. Because they have been gross beneficiary of this flawed system. Huh? Even their dog, their cat feed better than the average Nigerian citizens. The recent statistics certified records shows that over 84% of Nigerian population can no longer afford to eat. 84%. What does that mean?
Healthy diet. Cannot afford healthy diet.
Healthy diet. And what is healthy diet? Then, if you cannot afford healthy diet, then you are eating to die. That is what 84% of the Nigerian population are eating to die, preparing for death. If you can't afford healthy diet, then what it means? It means we have more cops working as human beings.
Okay.
You can understand what is happening. That is the reality. If you can't afford healthy diet, and somebody will say somebody is a drunk. What you don't have anything, what is available is Chelsea. Sachet this thing. You can afford 15, I think it's 100 naira now. So if you can't afford the healthy diet, and you see that one, you drink and forget your sorrows. And after that, the sorrows begin again. So this is the realities on ground. So what do we do in the midst of these realities? It has been confirmed that this country is a failed system where you cannot provide basic education for your children. We're talking about striking varsities. What about over 20 million plus out of school children? Is there any arrangement? Is there any deliberate intention or move by the government to capture those people and take them back to classes? So what is the government, what is the functionalities, the essence of government? Time is of essence, of course. Nigeria have used up their limits, their great limits. So what you are waiting for now is the people like Oluwa wants to take up arms.
7 million Nigerians.
But for you to take up arms, you must eat balanced diet so that you can resist the
accidental discharge.
Accidental discharge and recover velocity. Because you need stamina to do that.
Okay, let's look at 7 million Nigerians who INEC over inability to complete voter registration.
That of course attests to the fact that I said INEC was never prepared for this election. And billions of naira has been expended to this effect. Ended up in the hands of few. They begin to thank God and thank Allah for the opportunity to take part of their own national cake. You cannot tell me you have over 4 years or 8 years to prepare for this election. And in the last 8 years, up to now, you are telling us that you are closer. Isn't that madness? How do you expect the populace to accept the outcome of whatever the election, if actually there will be election, because they have not shown us any sign or any reason to believe there will be election? Yeah, more than 55% of the Nigerian population were not captured. These 7 million completed their online registration, but could not access. Of course, anytime you visit INEC registration points or office, they will tell you that there is system downtime. I don't know when the system downtime will be solved in this country. Then if there is system downtime, who is responsible? Is it the electorate who left all their inconvenience themselves, left all their engagement activities to ensure that they participate in the civic responsibility, but they were systematically and intentionally disfranchised. And you want such Over 7 million. You know what is 7 million? 7 million is not a population to be ignored. It's not a population, it's not a number to be jettisoned. You cannot, discard this 7 million and still go to election. What kind of election is that? You say you have over 200 million. How many people were captured? About 95 million. And millions are yet to be captured. Even those who have made several steps, who took their own money and their data they registered online because you made provision for that portal. Only to be captured, to finish, of course, the registration process, you deny them the opportunity, the right to do so. So it is their inalienable right, of course, to sue the government. In fact, I think I will join the suit. I will have to join the suit and, of course, demand that there will be no election because the INEC is not prepared. Because you can't tell me 7 million. You know what is 7 million? Some countries are not up to 7 million. Some African countries are not up to 7 million. Some Asian countries are not up to 7 million. They are not to 10 million and they are doing exceptionally well. That means you are differentiating the entire country.
Okay,
And that is unacceptable.
Let's look at that report. Soludo has said that all gunmen caught in Anambra are unknown gunmen caught in Anambra are Igbo. That's from the governor of Anambra State. He made this revelation yesterday.
He's the first unknown gunman now. Soludo himself is an unknown gunman. He's a terrorist.
No, he's a governor of Anambra
He's a governor
State.
who can use less governor. Who's governor? What makes him different from the people he has been killing?
Yeah,
What makes him different before the law?
voted for him.
Good voter who can use less votes. How many people voted for him to become governor? Rather than, of course, engaging in meaningful, of course, and productive ventures for the Anambarians, is there making noise every time he's on the media. Is that how people are being governed? He should express his inability and incapability
Let's look at what he said. He said all
to govern the states.
Those unknown gunmen that they are caught, they are egos.
So what message is it trying to pass to the world? Unknown gunmen. What is unknown gunmen? Unknown gunmen in what respects?
The people that are causing problem in Anambra State, that attack unknown gunmen, they are now known. And he said the 100% of the people we have caught are Igbos. It is not about some people invading from somewhere. It is 100% Igbos on Igbos. That's from the governor.
Okay, 100% Igbos and Igbos. And he being the governor is helpless in the situation. So what are their problem and what are their agitation? Have you been able to tell the world what informs their position? Because in any criminality, there is an element of justification. And have you been able to find out what actually is the problem? Are there political rivals or are there people who feel aggrieved? Criminal in what sense? Have you taken them to court to ascertain the veracity of such claim? You cannot just tell somebody is as a criminal. Yeah, Funigas can claim that I'm a criminal because I'm saying the truth. But does that make me a criminal? Or Gerard even Kule here can call me a criminal.
The DSS man.
Yes? But does that make me a criminal?
Okay. Because,
So, of course, he should have. I thought he's a learned fellow. It's unfortunate that he's disappointing himself and his generation. He should have seek, of course, legal litigation or legal advice to this effect. Before you make conclusion, how can you come to the public and tell me that I am a thief in the public?
without the courts.
In a court, you
Making that
come and
question.
tell that I'm a thief, only to find out thereafter that I am
So
innocent.
it's an allegation. So you have. You have.
He said all the people are criminal,
you have the
and you are
right-
now defending an indefensible.
You come and confess.
He said you are not defending an indefensible at the same problem of Nigerian media men. How can you be defending? He said all the people he caught were criminal. Criminal in what sense? You see? So it's not justifiable, and in no way it's unfortunate that a man of his caliber is messing up this way. Because you have to allow the court, if you have your evidence, tender your evidence before the courts. And allow them, of course, they said that an accused person is presumed innocent until proven otherwise by a competent court of law. Is Soludo a lawyer? Is it a judge to have passed such verdicts on a presumed innocent citizens who possibly may have been pushed to war, who possibly are expressing their dissatisfaction over his own rule and system of course, regime of governance? Any person that opposes, of course, that is not in line with their own terms is considered a criminal. So, having, of course, infringed on people's fundamental rights of those people, he should be called a criminal instead. Because you have no justification whatever, whether you are a president or governor, to condemn somebody who is still presumed innocent by the federal constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And you have no courts, no competent courts, no competent court of any jurisdiction have indicted or, of course, convicted such people. So it's so unfortunate that what we have in this system is a jungle system where even the government are the ones violating fundamental human rights. And it is unjustifiable for whatever reason.
Let's move on. We are looking at, you said 84% of Nigerians can't afford healthy diet. That's from the stakeholders. 16 trillion naira waiver granted to Dangote, Honeywell, and others. Tax relief and concessions. Some people are saying that it is discriminatory.
It is criminal, not discriminatory in all sense of judgment. It is criminal, it is barbaric, it is unacceptable. You cannot understand that the people bearing the brunt, the sufferings, the pain, the burden of taxation is the people of average or people below average. You see, we are being taxed more. I and you are being taxed more than expected. You can see in Lagos now what they are doing now, they shut up people's shop and demand arbitrary charges. You see, how can you ask somebody to pay 5,000 overnight, 15,000, 50,000 for no justifiable cause? And you allow the big fish, give them concession. What is 16 million? 16 trillion. Why? Which means you are enriching those, of course, attached to, of course, politicians within the corridor. But how can you give such concession, such waiver, 16 trillion? What is the budget of Nigeria? Annual budget of Nigeria? You see, taxation should be based on what you earn. It's what you earn. If those who are earning heavily have been allowed to, of course, get away with their billions, why wouldn't they become the highest, the richest in Africa? If I'm giving a waiver of 16 trillion, Mrs. Funigas won't be here. I can't be here talking with her. You know what that means? So that is barbaric. It is criminal. And with this kind of system, people can't survive. A nation can't survive. Where you leave the whole burden, of course, multiple taxations on the average earners who go home with 18,000 naira. You tax them until they have nothing left with them. They are bleeding internally. You see, as I'm bleeding now, I'm bleeding now because if you cannot, 84% of your population cannot afford healthy foods. Christian, what is that? Is it not another way of suicide? The government encouraging the people to go and hang themselves. Is that funny? That isn't funny. 20,000 can't get you anything. Now go to market with 20,000. You just come back with polythene bag. Polythene bag. Am I lying? Just go to market, this small market now. Just polythene bag like this bag of Matthew that is carrying every time. You see? So this is madness. How can you be ripping off the ordinary masses who has already the burden of the economic hardship is on them, and you are making life more unbearable to them. You leave Dangote, you leave all those Honeywell and all that. For this one you buy.
bring down the price.
Are they not making profits? If you produce, the profit margin is there. The cost of production is being added, is captured. And you also sell to the people who also buy it with this inflation. The cost of commodities are high. They will tell you that the bought diesel for production and other costs of production is high. Yet they enjoy concession waiver. And they still put the burden on the people. If they are getting concession and waiver, why wouldn't they subsidize the cost of, look at Indomie now. How much is Indomie? A carton of Indomie? 4,000, 5,000. Just imagine. How much is this spaghetti? One spaghetti is 600. Just these tiny ones, as tiny as they are. And the quantity have reduced. The quality, not using the quantity. The quantity has reduced. And yet, the people are buying it in such exorbitant prices. And they go home with all the interest, all the benefits to their own family. They smile to the bank while the masses are being impoverished, subjugated. That's why a call for an end of this system is imminent, urgent, and inevitable.
Okay,
it's so mad and so unfortunate. You see, without this concession, they can't even see to ASU star. How much is ASU asking? How much is ASU asking that you are giving 16 trillion concession waiver to people who have exploited the masses? What are they doing? Are they building? What are the social, corporate social responsibility? Are they living up to that? No. It's because of party government. It's madness and the barbaric and unacceptable. That's why at the end of this system must be, of course, upheld.
Yes. Thank you. I have Otumba Akunle.
Yeah, I think Mazi are just spoken. Mazi that is somehow sentimental. When they tell them truth, they will not want to listen. Also, Ludo came up on the hair to tell them the problem of what's it called? What's the state? Anambra is from the Anambra, and I've said it all over and over. The solution to the problem of the southeast is in the southeast. And kudos to Soludo. God bless you for saying all the truth.
Okay, let's start with. I know you understand this better. If a police slap you, you don't need to retaliate.
That PRO, I think that man is trying to cause another problem between citizen and the SARS or the police.
Normally, the police should slap you. They need to report that police.
When you report the police, what are they going to do to the police? They may even cover themselves up. Except you have a clip of it when it was slapped. Can you take a clip of any slap you take from any police? Can you, the police will be slapping you? Won't you first of all take over your Android phone or your phone that you use to snap? You see, a lot of things that, when last you in a civilized country that police is slapping citizens just because he wants to arrest you? You see, the waywardness in this country is just getting too much. And some tribal big ups will start supporting what is not. You know, I just want to say my mind this morning. Nigeria, as it is, we are not thinking well. And the government that makes us not thinking well, they are the one that caused all this thing. Because they're disseminating fake information, fake attitude to us. And we captured it. We start, fighting ourselves.
Are you saying what the PRO said is barbaric?
It's not Sunday. It's not worthy to hear, man.
What is he supposed to say?
It's not worthy to hear. That police should not even contravene. That's the human right abuse for police to slap you. Why should they slap you? Why should a policeman that's supposed to protect you slap you, for God's sake? It's barbaric. Yeah. It's very barbaric.
It seems Nigerians are helpless with this kind of statements.
They're helpless, yes. We are helpless. Somebody just wake up from the one side of the bed. I've been following the trending on, and I told that man, that same PRO man, if it is your uncle, if it is Adejobi or what's his name, something Adejobi, that if it is your brother or your uncle they slapped on the road, or your son they slapped, policeman slapped, will you take it easy? I'm sure you will cut martial that police. Go and see them now. The children of police are well protected. Yeah. They are well protected. I have them as friends, up to commissioner of police. Yeah. That we went to school together. So what is it now that they now come? Once they are in that uniform, they believe they are, and You see, you just can't just trample on people's rights. It's not right for citizens to attack police. Likewise, it's not right for police to attack citizens unnecessarily because you are angry that they've not paid your salary. They've not, there are sound ones among them, but the sound ones are the high-ranking people. You see them in office, but the one on the street, all what they use is the anger of mismanagement of their fund by one officers, by one senior high-ranking officers that will sit on their funds. They will now lynch it on the citizen. What brought the SARS is the anger. Is the waywardness. The police they just got anywhere, pick people up. You are a criminal. They assume every youth is a criminal. Once they see you with laptop, you're a criminal. Once they see you with dreadlock, you're a criminal. Once they see you just walking on the street, they will just size you up. Oh yeah, come here. You can't just be imprison people in their home country. We are talking of the economic slavery we are having. We still be having police slavery. I was in just some weeks ago. The people are telling me they were dictating, even taking the job of the courts to their hand. Say, rent and tenant landlord issues. There was seriously. I have to go back to that place and tell them so thing you told me yesterday. I can't. You are not supposed to be saying this. They are not supposed to be saying that. The policeman will ask you to write statements, and they will be bullying you on top of that statement. You that you will soon go to jail. You that you will soon lock up in prison. They have not found you guilty already. They've not. Is that the way our Nigerian police should be?
Okay, I want to ask you. I think you had something to do with them. Is bail free?
Bail should be free, but who is getting out freely from police station? Nobody. Bail is free.
So who is collecting the money?
They're from the police, from the DPO to the DC. But I know area commander. Some area commander are always, they are always on the right point because they know they are trending towards the higher rank. And that position is what any police station that commits any atrocity, the area commander will be the first person to question, to query. So this is not a country. It's more or less a police country the way it is now. They've turned Nigeria to police states. The government, the same punishment the government is giving them is the same punishment they will vent their anger. They will not vent their anger on the masses, on the innocent citizen. We are not the one that say government should not pay them well. I sympathize with them for not paying them well. But you need to correct the wrong you say government are doing to you. Don't write it on the innocent citizen. Don't write the wrong.
Okay, let's look at these students. They are taking their protest to
the picket.
Lagos,
the picket the Lagos airport.
Is that in the right direction?
That may give them a clear head to hear them better. Maybe there's a wool covering some of the leaders' hair. So maybe that one will give them clear hair, neat, they will clean up their hair so that they will know the needful things to be done. This is 8 months. The children of the less privileged people that they are managing to sponsor to schools, they are lying following in house, turning to street boy, turning to area boys, because an idle man is a devil workshop. Your own children, I'm sure why they go to that airport is majority of them now, they want to travel to UK to see how their children are being, to check the welfare of their children. The majority of them, they hide under Queen's burial, Elizabeth burial, to go and visit their children. So that is why I keep telling my people, we keep telling ourselves, yes, deceptive constitution you have will not make anything worse until anybody that is campaigning for you now, the 3 presidential candidates that are coming and the other ones, ask them, do you have your children, any one of your children in Nigerian local schools or universities? If you don't have, we cannot vote for you. The masses, the youth, that is why I'm telling you, this same youth are still the ones campaigning, and this one good, that one I ain't go to be, this one I ain't. Are their children, ask them questions. Is any one of your children in schooling in Nigeria? You want to repair Nigeria, but you can't repair Nigeria without, carrying out in the interest of the people along. And the interest of the people is they want equal governance They want equal dividends
Yeah.
of democracy. You know, so what is good for the goods is good for the gander. Your children cannot be abroad schooling, and you want to tell me you want to fix Nigeria. Because if you spoil Nigeria, you will know how to run. My children are not in, you know, they are not part of, they won't be part of the suffering. So that's the problem. This man in Kaduna did it the other time. He fixed his son into primary school in Kaduna. But with a twinkling of an eye, he removed the son again. He removed the son, and nobody knows the whereabouts of the son any longer. El-Rufai did it. He wanted to try it, to set it as an example, but he could not sustain it. So why is it that is the problem for Nigerian leaders to have their children school in Nigeria? A lot of them, they are creating their leaders. They are creating university all around, private university. Did their children even attend those private universities they established? They send their children abroad to go and have high-profile knowledge so that they can come over again and lure them over us. So it's like bobo your mama, bobo your papa, they will still bobo your next generation. That is not the norm to me. It's not the norm.
Okay,
I'm still here to answer a lot of questions.
Going to block the airports, don't you think that it will attract the police brutality?
Yeah, you see, if you want to liberate yourself, right? You can't get your freedom on a platter of gold, my brother. You can't get. When sitting down and think your freedom will come to you, you are life low, and you think your freedom, you are just dreaming, just a night dream. By taking that action, I think that will make the government sitting more tight. After all, these students you've seen, they will even look at it that this airport, the money you are using to construct the airport is enough for them to even pay ASU. Because any nation that deprives its citizen of education is going to end it up as a failed state. Because the human power, human resources now is what a lot of countries are feasting on. And who are these countries? Look at Indians. Look at the information technology. The world now, Indians are dominated in information technology. Right? All over the world, they are there. You see them in the IT sectors. Majority of them are heading banks in Nigeria. They are in charge of the IT. Go to UK, go to anywhere, you find them there. It's because they export human resources, which is more greater than more productive than the mineral resources you have. That
Currently, the students are blocked at the Lagos Airport Road. This morning, there's a live video on social media. The students have blocked the Lagos Airport Road. I think the leaders will listen at this point in time.
No, they will still not listen because we have leaders
What will that make them listen?
What will make them listen now is, I think, for them to think towards the election or say, we can't get us in school, there shouldn't be any election for us. They did that in Benin too. The Benin Uniben students started it like some months ago. You know, they blocked the Benin airports, but still they never listen. They never listen. Nigerian government, if you don't push them to the wall, nobody care about you. Nobody care. Nobody care, my brother. Nobody care. That's what I'm telling you. Okay. Are we a nation, or we are just a combination of people come together just to exist in quotes as a nation?
Okay, lastly, federal government grants a 16 trillion naira waiver to Dangote, Honeywell, and others on tax relief and concessions. And plus that, we have 84% of Nigerians that can't afford healthy diets. 84% of Nigerians can't afford healthy diets. Now we have federal government granting 16 trillion naira waiver to Dangote, Honeywell, others.
You say 84%
of
Nigerians
cannot afford healthy diets.
Healthy diet. Even me myself. If I say I can afford healthy diet, I'm lying. Because if you want to even take that healthy diet, you look at the kids you have at home. Only you will swallow all the budget of the kids, of the family. They're on point. Can you afford healthy diet? You can still do that because you are not yet a family man. Because when you look at the family you invited, the children you invited to this world, you know, they have no excuse to tell them. So as it is now, they've been impoverished us. They've done a lot of damages to us. And like Dangote, they are giving waivers. I think what I just don't like is monopoly. Monopoly of items that they are giving to Dangote, like cement now. But what has come in, we used to have Ibeto that time, Ibeto cement. We don't know where that one is now. We used to have Folawiyo Cement. We don't know that one is now. But as it is now, Dangote that giving that waivers to, I think it's not good enough yet. He constructed a lot of roads. He's doing a lot of road as we're talking now. That he's fixing on his own.
16 trillion naira. How much is ASU asking for?
How much is ASU asking for?
Yeah.
ASU is asking for less than a trillion or so.
1.2 trillion.
1.2 trillion.
And we have 16 trillion naira.
Waivers given to Dangote. Number one, that's my own aspect. He's doing some projects. At the same time, that does not warrant them to grant him, because the billionaires all over the world are shielding their wealth away for humanity. They are the ones now that are contributing. They are global billionaires now. I learned they're contributing relief package for citizens. Yeah, that's grants.
Yeah.
Can you believe one bank sat down on that grant until the MD of that bank was caught in America and questioned that the money we gave to your bank, did you dispense it, or did you, dispense it out or not? That is what is happening now. Where are these billionaires that can even bail? Only one presidential candidate can bail ASU out. One of these presidential candidates. One of them. Only one of them.
Can you mention?
Atiku can bail. Even three of them. Atiku can bail ASU out. Tinubu can bail ASU out. Even Obi himself can bail ASU out. Kwankwaso. Why should I leave? Can you see the kind of this is why I'm tired of these people. They are so tribalistic. When you talk about collective expression, you see, everything said these people are tribal, and they will. Thank you very much. They will not like, because they are bringing a sentimental president, and we will not accept a sentimental from president. You are making Obi to lose votes. I'm telling you what. Because you are trying to bring Obi as a Igbo president. Nobody will.
Nobody is agitating based on
Thank you very much. I have Oluwa
Please stop being tribalistic.
of this Colorado Mafiso of the Ogba. You can see your students here.
Yes, I'm happy. Let us demonstrate to the motherfucking home house. Let them know that we are not sleeping. Let us scatter the scatterable. And let Nigeria is a motherfucking home. See the president in America, the vice in London, and we are not going to school anymore. Let us scatter the airport. Nobody will come here, nobody will go. Then the whole world will now know what is happening here. Every day is not Christmas. More than almost going to a year now. We are sitting at home talking stories that don't have any meaningful language.
Okay.
Nigeria is a motherfucking home. The government is a fucker. It's a fucker. It's a deceiver. I'm happy with the students. Let them take everything. Take it and lolly. Take law into your hand. Because enough is enough. Enough is enough. Take over the airport, take over this road, take over the highway, take over everywhere.
They might attract the police.
Attract the police. Let the police come. Let us engage in that part too. Let the police come. The police have students. They have children also. They are at home. Time is coming that the police and the army, they will not take order from the presidency anymore. Everywhere will become anarchy. Because we are creating the anarchy. And now we are going to explore the motherfucking streets. Let them block everywhere. Block the airport down. Can't be at home how many years, and there's children outside the country.
They should not disrupt the peace of...
There is something like peace. You said it's violence, and the violence taken by force. Now we're going to take it by force.
With violence?
Life. You have to take the motherfucking shit by force, otherwise they won't listen to you. They will pampering you at the end of the day 2 years, you don't go to anywhere. You become a kidnapper, or a terrorist, or a bandit.
Okay.
We have to stop this mess. Now. And we're not going to stop it with ordinary hand, ordinary talk. We stop it with reality, anarchy, revolution. Now, the airports, the coming and the going, they will not know that we are tired of the shit.
What if the police?
Let the police come and let them do what they want to do and let us engage ourselves. He said, let the gun shot. He said, somebody got to die. Let the gun shot. No. Somebody got to die because of the situation now. And let the gun shot. No. They
Okay.
can't kill all the Nigerian soldiers at once.
There's this report that if a police slap you, don't retaliate. You need to report that
Police slap
man
in a situation where we
to
are now.
the
Police can
police
never
station.
slap you. You will slap you back 100 times. Because a response is a reciprocal. A police was giving a uniform, you and I pay what the fucking tax, pay money for him. His work is to protect you and your property, not to slap you. Slapping you is above the realm. You slap him back.
No, you're not expected to slap back.
You must slap him back. What warranty to slap you when he doesn't do anything?
You need
just
to
slap
report,
him full of your car.
report that police to the nearest station.
We send an education, police. See, let us be aggressive with ourselves now. Because the period we are now, there is no reciprocal for anybody, except you do the right thing at the right time.
No, we are avoiding death. We are avoiding untimely death.
See, untimely death is a language that is compulsory for everybody. But before it came, don't let anybody tolerate you anyhow.
Okay, let's look at one other report. Soludo says unknown gunmen in the southeast, they are now known, and he said 100% of them are Igbos.
That is his own language because he is the governor of the state. He knows what he's saying. In my own capacity, I'm not aware of it. I don't have the knowledge to say this, or this, that. But that is the governor of that state. So you have the necessary information, the security information. So that's lie on his desk. So what I will advise you have to meet those boys and make sure there is a solution, a confidential solution between him and them. Now when he now came outside, now says there is all people. So you have a language to tell them what to do. Let there be peace.
Okay, let's look at other reports. This morning, we have our uncle. Federal government grants 16 trillion naira waiver to Dangote, Honeywell, and others.
See, that's what we are telling you. So we have to take it by force. We have to take this kingdom by force. This kingdom is a demonic kingdom. You understand? 16 trillion waiver. The students are now crying because of what? The money that's not even up to 2 or 3 million trillion. Can you see the differentiation of the language? They are demoting us to the last level. So we got to take it by force. Waiver to the richest man in Nigeria, and the last man child is suffering at home, no school, nothing, because of one naira or the other. Can you see the magnetical line of the government? They are VIP, vagabond in power. We have to push them out because they are not for us. They are not exposing themselves to us. 16 trillion. You know, before you get a 1 trillion, you go to billion, before you get 1 trillion. Now, billion. Those 16 places. And say, can never pay our child's lecture. I can't pay. You see, there is a fraud home there. They are fraudsters. The government and those businessmen, they are all fraudsters. They are all in the camp. They are criminals. They are wicked. They are very wicked.
Okay.
And I don't think we can stay with the wicked people anymore. We have to separate ourselves.
Okay, what's the advice, Oluwawan,
My advice,
for your people?
my people, is to come outside with their PVC and let them move those people out of the corridor.
7 million Nigerians
Now they
are
are
taking INEC to court.
Yes, because of what? Because they say they cancel many people vote, many people
They were not able to
register.
register, yeah.
They are not able to register because of what is happening, because they want to undermine you and I. Now they have now seen the handwriting on the wall. It's going to become ungovernable because we are ready now to cast our vote to our own genuine candidate. So no matter the systematic planning they are trying to bring, it can never work.
Okay. Thank you very much. Before I call on Mr. Ram, let's allow Sunday. I think Sunday is online. If it's Sunday, let's allow him the next 3 minutes. Thank you very much. Oluwawan of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much. We have Mr. Raf with us. Let's look at Mr. Yes, click on the link so that you can discuss with us and contribute to the program this morning. Mr. Levinati, you are doing well. Mr. Levinati, you are doing well. Mr. Sunday, good morning. Mr. Sunday, yeah. Yes, you have the floor this morning. Sorry for the long time. Okay. Any other person? No other person. I have Mazi. Mazirab. Good morning, Mazirab.
Thank you. I was thinking that Sunday could stay like up to 5 minutes, but I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because of network. Because I want Sunday, to be heard. Our people over there, they have been asking me about Sunday all the time. So that's why I'm always inquisitive to allow Sunday to talk to you guys. So I have my prerogative here to say good morning, everybody in America, Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa. All over the world we have come against. It's raining here. That's why I don't see all of us. People like somebody like Edonobi Lagos. I've been wondering why Kunle was here. Anyway, Pastor has spoken before Kunle. Then Chigo's here. And the rest of us. But I thank God that we are here today. To thank you, our viewers. You guys are wonderful. Oh, be real. Ugochukwu Ene from America. My thanks go to Mami Nkechi Vera Kimoni. All of you. Mr. Cole from America. Akim Olachupo, Israel. Mr. Solomon, we are waiting. All of you guys like Mami Halima Hajia, Mama Israel in America. All of you, I'm just greeting all of you because I'm so much, I'm trying to appreciate you guys because it's not easy to stay up and keep awake. When you are awake this time around, it's midnight over there. So I'm thanking all of you because I just appreciate you.
Okay.
Your courage for keeping awake.
Let's start with Soludo, what he said.
About the unknown government and cleansing Igbo land.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Soludo is just like a drowning man. You know what? When you are drowning in the middle of the river, anything you hold your hand could help you to, survive. So he coming into that system. He was the former CBN governor. He was never a governor of any state. So he's trying to meet up with our climate. Political climate in Anambra State, in Igbo land, is very, very dangerous as I'm talking to you. Uzodinma will tell you better. If you ask Uzodinma will tell that what Raf is saying is right. Two, Uzodinma messed himself up. One, he was not the right person to be there. Soludo coming, the whole Anambra supported him. From our heart, we voted him. So, if he's saying that he is not, understanding what is going on in Anambra State, he's telling a lie. Soludo would have prepared to embrace what is happening now in Igbo land. Soludo will have no reason to tell us that Igbos are the one killing in Igbo land. No. DSS, federal government agents, unknown police. As we have unknown police in Igbo land, we have unknown soldiers. As we have unknown soldiers in Igbo land, we have unknown soldiers in the southwest. The people that killed Fela's mother. Unknown soldiers, their name have not been brought to the book. Nobody has brought the unknown soldiers' name to the book. No court of justice in Nigeria has ever treated that matter. That what killed Fela's mother in 1978, he was thrown up from upstairs. So let me tell you, Soludo, you not arrested somebody red-handed. There are unknown government we know. What? See, there are options you have to weigh up if any matter arises in this life. You don't see red. Red is always the at fault. Red is always at fault. Why can't you consider the activities of black, blue, and white? That's why Europe is better. Black man must always jump into conclusion. It's Igbo man that are killing. I went to Anambra State, everywhere. Life were going on normal. As I'm talking to you now, in Imo State, life is still going on normal. Abia State, Enugu, going on normal. The people that are operating, the people that are committing mpo in Igbo land, let me tell you, Abane Kahaji Aga, night, midnight, they go in the midnight, they can't come in the day. So what happens is that you weigh options before you deliver judgment. So Soludo is being judgmental. You don't do that. Judgmental. Let me tell you, everything is collapsed if you are being judgmental approach. If you are using judgmental approach to any matter, you will fail. And listen to me. Nobody will tell you. Jerulo will say, Igbo man, Igbo man, Igbo man. See, let me tell you. If federal government is trying to decimate ESN in Igbo land, the whole home, every home in Igbo land is subjected to detriment of Fulani herdsmen attack. The reason why ESN is being that kind of prevalent, they are very active, effectual on their work, on their job, is because of Fulani
terrorists, which has never, the whole month that goes under 8 years is 48 months is 4 years, 96 months is 8 years. For over 96 years now, Nigeria could not come out and declare Fulani herdsmen a terrorist organization. And then you are killing ESN in Igbo land. You want to decimate them. You want to finish them. You want to eliminate them. If ESN is gone in Igbo land, no family in Igbo land will stay. Our vigilante cannot confront them. Fulani herdsmen, where did they get the gun? We have been beating the drums. You understand? Publicity from social media, electronic media, media houses about on how Fulani herdsmen acquire their weapons. And nobody in Nigeria, nobody in the house, upper house and lower house, has come out and asked Buhari, why did you sign out 100 billion to make Allah? Okay. You know the amount they sell AK-47, 3.8 million as of 2 years ago. 3.8, why AK-47 rifle? Yes, AK-47 is very, very expensive. It can build first man first in the southeastern Nigeria, better one. AK-47, one gun. Fulani man, ordinary Katuriara, they are carrying it all over Nigeria. They are using AK-47. So what Soludo is saying is, to me, is unbearable. I don't know. I did not ever know that Soludo will turn a tiger before the Igbo man.
Okay, let's look at
let me tell you. Soludo prediction that Igbo man is responsible of the killings in Igbo land. Let me tell you, it's wrong. I totally quote it. It is wrong.
Yeah, he's the governor.
He's the governor, but it's wrong.
The chief security officer.
Thank you so much. It's wrong. He was there. Now, then, Abi, last year, Abi, he is there now, Abi, but he was not there 2 years ago. Somebody was there before him. So, you should come and become the governor. You use your brain well. You don't accuse your kinsmen of being murderers. Nigerians, we know who the murderers are. Benue people, Taraba, Plateau, Niger, all of them, they know the murderers in the mid-belt. The murderers are the Fulani terrorists from Mali, from Senegal, from Burkina Faso, Chad, and Gambia. The Fula, as they are well known in Africa, the Fula, they are the murderers. Igbo man is not a murderer. Igbo man will have no business to kill his brother. Igbo man will have no business to kill Professor Chika Akuili. Igbo man will have no business to attack Ifa Yoba. Listen and listen good. There are killers everywhere, high machinery killers. They employ them to kill Igbo man because that place is under what? Serious struggle and gun running now. They use that as what? Excuse to do all manner, to commit all manner of animosities against Igbo man. Igbos are not responsible for killings in the southeastern Nigeria.
Okay, let's look at the student protest today at the airport. Some people are saying that it's not a wise decision, that they might be prone to attack. Face off with the police.
Okay, thank you so much. The police, Nigerian police over the years, we know they can never do the right thing. If students have gone to airport, it's like they are listening to us. Because I told you 2 days ago, no, Saturday, Friday, that they should stop anything that is flying in the space. Any craft, whether airplane or whatever, I don't want to know. Any craft that can bring in passengers, cargo goods into Nigeria should fly. You can't do it through the land. At least you can only do that through the water. So they should stop it. So if they are protesting, blocking the airport, they are doing the right thing. How could we allow the students to stay put in their various homes over the months? How many? 9 months, 8 months. It's getting to 1 year now. They will not be comfortable. Christian, I'm a man.
Is that peaceful protest?
Listen and listen good. I'm a man that I have children. You don't know what it takes to have your babe, girls, your boys at home. Your wife will be feeding them. You will be feeding them. You will pay school fees. Those children will ask you questions. Christian, let us go to the grassroots. I'm a parent. I have children. I have boys. I have girls. You understand? So you have them sitting. I went home now. Why didn't you go to school? He said she's good. I said, okay, the rain is falling, I know, but I know that you are somehow, you have feverish this thing. So stay. That one, nice school, so due to health. Christian, you are paying school fees. Before you know it, ASU strike struck, and ASU strike still lingers in the tertiary institution of a country, and nobody cares. Let us talk like people that went to school. Let us not come here and be chanting like people that are miscreants of the streets.
of Lagos. Let us not talk as Abora and touts. Let me tell you, school education matters in every nation. Without education, you can't have Martin Luther King. Without education, somebody from Panthers like Malcolm X wouldn't have been what? Emanated from anywhere. Emergence of somebody like Tupac, who is giving us a message during the what? The death of George Floyd. He went to Panthers. Somebody like Michael Jackson and great black men in America like Wesley Snipes, they all went to the Panthers. See, let me tell you, education matters. Education should be number one, in any economy, in any country, in any continent. Education number one. Why should students be neglected when each person is taking 100 million naira to the federal centrality to submit the money so that he will become a flag bearer of any political platform? He is not sure he's going to win. No. Why? Do you know how much they are demanding? Dangote has been on the head of Nigeria economy. Dangote is number one, right from Babangida era. From Babangida to Abacha, Dangote. When Obasanjo came, he enthroned Dangote as an institution and gave him what? Monopoly to what? Importation of rod, cement, salt, sugar, and many things we could not even tell the members of the world here. 16 trillion waiver. Why should they do that? Is Dangote the owner of Nigeria?
Not only him, we have
other ones I know because Katrin Industry, is down. The owner of Katrin Industry, that is what is the name of this my man? This is my brother now in Anambra State now. Ilo Diben, no? This Ibeto. Ibeto died as a result of what Obasanjo did. Collected cementing license from him. Ibeto collapsed. He died today. Ibeto don't die. Ibeto cement industry, Ibeto's industries. The children are the one managing it. But the main Ibeto, the man that suffered for that company, that institution, that organization is dead. Because of what? Monopolization. Giving monopoly only to Dangote is the reason why Ibeto died today. Ibeto is from southern Nigeria, from where the resources of this country are coming from. What are you saying? Waiver of 1 point something, how many trillions of naira waiver to Dangote? Why? What should be done to Mr. X should be done to Mr. A. That is when justice equates. The equation of justice is when you favor white, you favor black, same. What are you saying? All of us are crying out that the queen is dead. The queen is dead. He did Igbo bad. He did Yoruba bad. He did African nation bad. He put the whole Commonwealth nations under her armpits. She put them under her armpits. Equation of justice. Gross inequality. That is what they are talking. What impunity that Queen committed is the one that is generating what? Another issue on social media. Uju Anya, the daughter of Mr. Anya, Anya must be an author, a popular author I know. Professor Uju said something. He said the fact Twitter blocked him. They queried Twitter's what? Right to do that. Twitter is what? Twitter now. The owner of Twitter. Do you know that? Because Uju Anya come and tell the Queen that you should come to Africa and apologize to us, not only to Nigeria. Nigeria is not the only British colony we have in Africa. Kenya, Zambia, Gambia, all of them. So if they bury Mama today, good. I'm not happy that Queen died. I'm not happy. I don't just anytime anybody dies. If anybody dies, I know how I mourn the person within me. I didn't understand. What I'm telling Mama is that why should Mama allow Biafrans to be killed up to this level? Why should Mama allow Yoruba to be under Hausa? Anything Hausa say, Yoruba man will be following him. Now Mama cause it. Mama, they are burying her today. Why should Mama allow Ghana's gold to be ferried, jettisoned to UK? Yes! Central Bank of England, go to their gold vault. You will see gold from South Africa, gold from Gold Coast, the current Ghana country, gold from everywhere. They stole and stole. British pirates vandalized Africa artifacts. You don't talk about Africa artifacts. Ask me why. Artifacts, antiquities, deities, they fight for themselves because they are spiritually possessed. If you steal artifact from Africa, one way or the other, you are taking it back from where you stole it because it's going to come after you someday. Europe, they don't know that we have something here in Africa. Are you listening to me? The reason why they bring the bros, Isi first tag, Isi, that head where they stole from Benin, is because something inside that is talking, is speaking, is protesting. So they are doing the needful now. What about other artifacts? What about other antiquities? What about other deities that they stole from other African countries and Nigeria localities? They are bringing it back because the demons inside those objects are now what? Protesting. See, Mama is going, but what I want to appeal to the British government, British government to bring back all those gold they have stolen from South Africa, Ghana, Mansa Musa, Old Mali Empire, Dohamis, they stole from them. Britain should return them because failure to do so, British must fall. Britain is going back. They are going down to the era of what? Roman Empire, the longest lasted empire on the earth. The empire that ended in 1918, I think, after the First World War, is Rome. They lasted for many years. Okay. They are the one that colonized Britain. They give them the name Britannia. Who are the British? To the Italian. Roman Empire. Roman Empire, they are the highest lawgivers on earth. They are justice themselves. The Capitol you see in America, Capitol in Rome, was older than Capitol in Washington. What I would say, the senators you have in America, you had them many years ago before Jesus Christ in Rome. So what are we saying? The British are thieves. They are the pirates. They are the sinners. They are the Buccaneers. They are the ex-convicts that invaded Australia. They are the ex-convicts that invaded Benin Empire and carted away with the whole Act First and the antiquities in Benin Kingdom. They banished the Benin Oba to Calabar and later the man died. They don't want your good. They don't want my good. If you want to investigate, go to Central Bank of England and see the gold vault over there. It's Britain, chief producer of gold or miner of gold in the world. They stole it from Southern Africa. Christian, the queen is dead. They must release what they stole from us.
The country should call them out.
What?
The country should call out the Britain government.
Okay, anyway, see what they should do now is that the countries that are among the Commonwealth nations, everybody should be withdrawing this time around. When you see what is so repugnant or, distasteful, what do? You shift back because you don't like it. Everybody should do like this so that Britain will be on the center. Jamaica should go, send whatever they are in those islands in the Central America. Are you listening to me? Southern America, they should all withdraw. They only attract their income, expenditure from tourists that are coming from all over the world. Britain, Mama sees Falk Island, F-A-L-K Island, Western Georgia in Argentina. Go and investigate. They fought Argentina in 80s and they beat Argentina. They win Argentina. They are the possessor. They own the Falk Island. As that island is, there are many. Before you get Hawaii, Hawaii is an island, Fiji Island, all over the world. The whole, if you come to the Pacific Ocean, islands in the Pacific Ocean, America sees it. Britain sees some of them. Islands in Atlantic Ocean, Britain sees all of them. Comoros Island is under the control of who? Madagascar. Who is controlling Madagascar? From there on to Indian Ocean, Britain sees all of them. They are what? Ex-convicts. They are what? Pirates.
Let's go back to Nigeria. 7 million voters have taken INEC to court over
lack of registration, inability to register all Nigerians. Everybody is protesting right away. I'm one of the protesters because they stopped me at the axis of Ojodu Grammar School. We stayed and stayed and stayed. They tell us that the ultimate is the next day. Not everybody that went there registered again. Island axis. Nobody. They collected the amount of the numbers they needed in Ireland. James Bori led boys, miscreants. They stop everybody in Ireland. They stop everybody in Surulere. They stop everybody coming to his own constituencies, the Keja constituencies, which is Oba, and the rest of us. James Bori boys stop everybody here. See, they are taking INEC to court. Before the election ensues or commences, I told you that there will be another registration. Nigerians will be registered again. APC government they don't want Nigerians to register. APC government don't want Nigerians to register. That's why they minimize it, they limit it, they make it limited to you and I. Because they know they are not doing the right thing. They want to be there. Tinubu want to be there. Buhari want to be there. Chetima want to be there. See, Yaya Bello of Kogi State, he want to remain there and put his own person. See, Nigerians could not be all the time in hellfire. In a hellfire like this atmosphere where we are, time has come that everybody should what? Change the system, change the weather, change the government, change whatever they are doing here. Even the governance is subjected to what? Change. Okay. So let me tell you, legislation of PVC is ongoing. Say, Ralph said it here. So, but what I want to tell you is that Ujuanya has tried. Ujuanya told the Queen of England he should come here and apologize to us. The reason why Nigeria is this confused over the years. We announced 62 years. Nigeria has not gotten herself. Nigeria is in a confused state, condition from 1960 till now. Even in 1950, let me tell you, Ojuku's father's what? Rolls Royce was used to drive the Queen across the country. 7 years later, the son was involved in a struggle called Nigeria Biafran Civil War. The same Queen that his father favored by giving her what? Or driving her around with her Rolls Royce, turn against Ojuku and come out and tell the whole world that even 500,000 Igbo men died. Nigeria should stay so that Igbo man would die. But what happened? An Irish man, he committed what? Suicide. You are aware of that? He poured fuel upon himself and died for Igbo man. The same British. I'm telling you, we have many stories to tell later. But I want to tell you that the Republic of Biafra is coming very soon. I support you guys.
Thank you very much. That's from Mr. Raf. We don't have anybody online this morning. Yes, we have somebody online this morning that wants to speak to us. Yes, let's not stroke any ethnic hatred. I have the greatest man from Anambra State, Mr. Onoche. Good morning, Mr. Onoche.
Yeah, good morning. How are you, Mr. Chris? I'm not the greatest man in Anambra. Please, before the Anambra guys will take me down. I don't even count. If you count the first 10 million, I'm not among. I'm not interested. I'm a simple man. You know. Listen, what I want to contribute. Oh, what happened? Are you hearing me, Christian? Ay. Hello?
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me? Okay, my listening just went black. I don't know the reason why. Okay, as you can hear me. What Soludo said about Igbos is not good. I don't know what is wrong with our people. If one person commits crime, we now generalize. It's not good. Yeah? In US, one man went to bank and robbed. You know what this man did? The man used a black man's face. A notorious offender. He used his face, gum, rubber, sort of, they mold his face. He went to a bank and robbed, and it was captured on the camera, So this guy is notorious. They went to his house. They asked him, "Where is your son?" She said she's not around. He's not around. That he traveled. Then asked the woman, "Do you know why we are here?" He said, "Yes, I saw my son robbing the bank." You see it? Then you know what happened? The main criminal was a white man, and he used a black man's face to go and rob. The girlfriend of this man now felt guilty, and she reported to police that guy was not the person that did the issue. It is his boyfriend, his fiancé, father of his baby daddy that did the robbery. And this guy was arrested, and they showed this thing, that boy's face mask which he put on. So Soludo cannot say Igbos kill Igbos. He must be a stupid professor, for him to have made such comments. Yes, not that there's no Igbo who will commit crime. Then to say that 100% they are Igbos, no, I didn't hear that. Okay, he is the chief security officer of the state, right? Tell him to come and arrest the criminal. He will say no. They need order from Abuja. You need order from Abuja, and you say you are the chief security officer of the state. You are there to protect us. When we call you, that Fulani people are in our farm, you say you cannot do. It is Abuja. contradicting issues. Then how did he get information? Right? That man should take his time, and do his job and leave police to do their job. As long as you didn't catch our boys doing what you said they did, don't call their name. Even if you catch one person, we have 8 million Igbos. You say we are all criminals. No. Even if 1% commit crime, Igbos are not criminals. Right? Then for the weaver of Dangote, that thing is wrong. You give fuel subsidy, they use it to steal money. Now, weaver again, I believe they use it to steal money. Why will you give Dangote that amount of money? Why not use that amount of money to empower Nigerian youth so that they will invest and start producing? Record shows that it is these small industries that bring progress to all these big nations. Even Italy, where I grew up, it is small, medium industries that are generating the money for the government, and not big one. Because the big one, they keep on mismanaging, then government will be helping them, right? So, Nigeria, I don't know those who advise Buhari on that the fake Buhari on that weaver. It is wrong. That money, give it to these young graduates, empower them, give it to them as loan. They will pay it back, and this will create job. And
Thank you very much,
and crime will go down. Thank
Mr. Onochi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Onochi.
Because of the time,
thank you very much for your contribution, Mr. Onochi. God bless you. Yes, God bless you. Yes, do you have any other person this morning? Another person, yes. With that, we'll say we are getting close to the end of the program this morning. And as for who God will use this morning, let God use you, because we need your support. Mr. Levinati, let me put my account details: 2113-821-543, 2113-821-543. Christian Chuku, UBA. May God use you and bless me this morning, so that this week will be okay. Yes. So Matthew is laughing. We're not talking about sports. Students are protesting in Lagos Airport. They want to block the airport.
It's a good development for the world.
Is it not risky? Let's talk. I have my coachy. Coachy, good morning.
Morning, my
brother. You want me to talk about sports?
Yeah.
But I don't know whether I'm supporting Arsenal. Who are you supporting?
I am a Real Madrid fan.
We're almost
one of the best club in the world.
Let's talk about our students at the airport this morning.
Yeah, good morning, viewers. What I can say concerning this protest is the way things are going on in Nigeria now is very, very bad. That is why our students, our youths, they want the whole world to know what is going on. And I believe nobody should stop them. Because in stopping them, it will result in other things. So they should tackle the matter amicably and beg for peace to reign in Nigeria.
What they are carrying, is it peaceful protest by blocking the airport?
It's a peaceful protest.
By blocking the airport?
They are not blocking the airport. They are just around the airport. Blocking. They did not block.
There's a lot of hold up here.
Hello. They did not block the. What I'm going to say is that they are not presently. They are not blocking the airport. They are just protesting, peaceful protests, to tell the world that this is what is going on in Nigeria. Because the situation in Nigeria now is currently unbearable. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Levinati, 2113-821-543. We have Sunday. Let's look if I can get Sunday. 2113-821-543. Mr. Sunday. Oh, we have Levinati. Good morning, Mr. Levinati. Good morning. Yes, I can see you, Mr. Levinati. You have the floor. You have the floor this morning.
All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry. Can Can you hear me? Hello? All right, good morning. Good morning, Christian. Good morning. Good morning, Christian. Good morning, all viewers and subscribers. Okay. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I appreciate the good job that Flip TV is doing. I appreciate all the people who have come to express themselves on Flip TV. I take on board everything that everybody has been saying, but what I also wanted to say is whatever the situation is, whatever happens, we are all brothers and sisters. Even if I, as a Yoruba man, choose to go with Yoruba Nation, another Igbo man choose to go with Biafra, and so on, we are still brothers. We are Africans. I am a Rasta. As a Rasta, we think about Africa first. Africa come first before we start to say, I am Igbo, I am Yoruba, I am Ishekiri, I am this, I am, But the point I'm trying to make, and I'm not going to take too much of your time, the point I'm trying to make is a few weeks ago, I came online and Chigozie was saying something along the lines of, he's in London, he's eating burger, he's talking about Yoruba Nation. So I sent Chigozie 5,000 naira on Saturday, just Saturday gone. I sent him 5,000 naira so that Chigozie can buy burger in Nigeria. I want Chigozie to buy 5,000 naira worth of burger, put it on the table, meet me one-to-one, one-on-one on live show, and we discuss about Nigeria, about failed Nigeria, and about Yoruba Nation, so that Chigozie does not have the excuse to say it is because Levi Nati is eating burger. I am not eating burger, so he wants to talk to me about Yoruba Nation. No. Now, Chigozie, you also have burger on your table. So please eat your burger. Let me eat my burger, and then we talk about Yoruba Nation. That is that about that. Now, jumping on to somebody called Udeze. Udeze came online and Udeze said, Levinati, he gave Chigozie 5,000 naira. He's making noise. I will give Chigozie 20,000 naira. Hello, viewers and subscribers. Presenter, Christian, Flip TV, I beg you in the name of God. I beg you in the name of God. Tell Udeze to pay Chigozie the 20,000 naira he mentioned. And I promise within 24 hours, I will pay 100,000 naira into Christian's account. I will pay 100,000 naira, 100,000 naira, 100,000 naira, 100,000 naira, 1/10 of 1 million naira. I will pay into Christian's account within 24 hours. Within 24 hours. If Udeze will pay 20,000 naira to Chigozie, I will pay 100,000. If my payment comes more than 24,
we got it, Mr. Levinati.
I will pay an extra
10,000
naira as penalty, so that if my payment to Christian comes more than 24 hours, Christian will get 110,000 naira. What's wrong with you people? I'm here. I am a Rasta. See, I am a Rasta. See my dreadlocks. I deal with peace and love.
Thank you very much,
I love my people. I want to
Mr.
help my people.
Levinati. Yeah.
But if I help my people with
Thank you very much, Mr.
5,000
Levinati.
naira and somebody want to come here and
We
rubbish
get the
me,
message.
I challenge
Yeah.
that person to go and pay 20,000 naira, and then I will pay 100,000 naira. What's wrong with you? And if that person wants to counter my 100,000 naira, I promise you next weekend I will pay Christian 500,000 naira. Are you mad? What's wrong with you? We're talking about helping our brothers and all these things. Instead of you to come here and say, oh, thank you, you have helped
Yes,
your
sir.
Igbo brother, even though...
Mr. Levinati, yes, take it. We got 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 it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that is Mr. Levinati. I followed him online. He's into Yoruba Nation, and he is doing well for himself. Do you have another person online? Okay, with that, we have come to the end of the program this morning. Thank you very much, Mr. Onoche. Thank you, Funigas, Mr. Saka, Levinati, Celestia Reality. Thank you, Adipile Yusuf, Saka, Frank Matthew, Asmani Yerioba, good man. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Odede Chima, my brother. Okay, thank you very much. God bless you. Click on the like button so I can have more reach to other persons. Till tomorrow for another exciting edition of the program. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.